Common lies and myths that real estate agents like you watching this video still believe. I think I wrote down 5 or 6 that I'm gonna cover in this video. Make sure that you don't fall into these traps. I'm seeing them like crazy, right? People like me aren't in the front, we're not in the mainstream, and a lot of people selling you the BS, the lies, the Disney fairy tale are the ones that are being pushed front and center. So you need to make sure if you want success, even outside of real estate and business, just in life in general, but especially in the industry, you want to watch this video and pay very, very, very close attention. Number one, your failure or success will be determined by the brokerage that you choose. Huge false misconception, myth, lie. I tell this to people all the time because it's one of the number one questions I get from seasoned realtors and new realtors. Oh, who should I go with and this and that? Look, many of you look at brokerages the wrong way. You look at give me, give me, give me. What am I going to get? What am I going to get? You are a business owner and entrepreneur. Welcome. Your success is up to you. Brokers don't owe you anything. If they give you stuff, fantastic. That's the cherry on top. However, they're not obligated to teach you or give you anything. Again, you are a business owner, an independent business owner, and an entrepreneur. Your success is on you, no one else. We take you out of real estate and put you into any other industry, you wouldn't expect anything from anybody if you were an entrepreneur, right? So why is it any different in real estate? Again, I reiterate, I do not say this to offend people, it's just the truth. If you're gonna invest in coaching and training, get it. Your broker's not just gonna give it to you at the level that you want. You're gonna need systems. You're gonna need a dialer, software, right? A CRM, all the things you're going to have to spend money on. It's not going to be given to you. So that is a huge lie and misconception. Some brokerages, like my brokerage Real, is fantastic, great collaboration and all that, but you do not come into my brokerage or any brokerage with your hands out expecting everybody to, again, kiss up to you, help you, and guide you. That is a cherry on top or a bonus. It's not a requirement and it's not going to happen. And you can sound off in the comment section because many of you, hundreds and thousands of you over the years have messaged me, oh, my broker promised me this and I never gave it. I don't think they should be promising that stuff. I think they should be giving people the cold, hard truth like I have over the years. But since, again, my channel and what I'm pushing isn't in the mainstream anymore, after all the issues that I've had with my channel, not enough people are seeing this stuff. So it's up to you guys to reiterate, echo the sentiment, and share it, okay? If your brokerage gives you a lot, fantastic. That's great. That's the exception to the rule. However, you should not come in expecting it, is what I'm saying. Be prepared to invest in yourself and your business and do what you need to do as a solo entrepreneur because that's what you are, okay? Number one. Number two, you can make your own schedule. I always laugh when this is told to people, oh, you could be a realtor and you have all this free time and you can make your own schedule and you're not the 9-to-5 slave and this and that. Look, dude, if you want to be successful in this industry, you need to work more than 8 hours a day. Oh, it's not about working hard, it's about working smart. Stop falling for all this marketing bullshit. That comes later. In the beginning, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to put in some blood, sweat, and tears. You can't skip that. You're not special. I'm not special. You're not special. Nobody's special. You're not going to make your own schedule. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now, again, later on, sure. But you better be super disciplined. Show up early, stay late, at least initially. Because, again, let's think about this logically, y'all. Think about it logically. You think you're going to come into a new industry as a new entrepreneur, new business owner in real estate, and then work less than a 9-to-5 or anybody else, and then magically make more money? And for most of you, like me, I'm assuming this is your first endeavor in entrepreneurship. The first time you're dipping your toes and running your own business and being an independent entrepreneur. Are we that naive now? This is not easy. The business world the real world is not easy. It's not going to pat you on the back and reward you and give you a participation trophy. It is fierce, the competition. 74% of agents didn't sell one property in 2024. 49% didn't sell a property in 2023. 2% of agents sold between 11 to 20 homes. Let that sink in. And for most of you, if you're not in a big city like I am here in Miami, you sell 11 homes and you're making 2 or 3 grand off each commission. It's not enough to live. So the vast majority of the industry right now is struggling, barely keeping the lights on. But look at Instagram and YouTube. Everyone's, oh, I'm killing it and I'm top 1%. It's crazy. Do not let that fool you. Again, I don't say this to offend people. I say this to give you the reality and the truth like I have been doing on this channel for the last 11 or 12 years. It's just the reality, okay? Next, you don't have to spend money. This one blows my mind. I've had some of you message me and say, I'd love to even get on your cheaper option of coaching, BC. It's not in my budget. That's $97 a month, y'all. If you deem me or anybody else as a proper thing needed for your business and you cannot afford, in quotes, 97 bucks a month, get out of the business. Because between your CRM, your dialer, and all the other expenses you're going to incur running a business, that's not going to cut it. You either need to save up before you get into the game, or while you're working full time and the time that you're not working, get a job, Uber, do what you got to do to make the money to invest in the resources that you need to succeed. Because just like the first point, your brokerage isn't going to give it to you. You shouldn't expect it from them. That's entitlement. Again, just to reiterate, you're an independent entrepreneur and business owner. Nobody owes you anything. You're going to have to earn it, just like I did. All the stuff that I talk and preach, I've done for years and years and years and years. So I don't just pull this out of my ass. You're going to have to invest money to grow your business. Many of you had to spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 to even get your license. You thought that was going to stop once you got out of the business. Now, sometimes I feel silly having to say these things, but it's a new generation and a new era. And again, my type of messaging apparently isn't front and center, and it needs to be said. It needs to be reiterated, okay? So again, you're gonna have to invest money, be ready. You wanna be the best, you're gonna have to invest to be in the best. You want the best systems and all that, you're gonna have to invest. It's not gonna be given to you, all right? Let's continue. So we have 3 points so far, which are your brokerage. You can't rely on them and they're not gonna be the reason that you succeed or fail. You cannot make your own schedule. You're gonna have to be very disciplined and work hard and sacrifice. And number 3, you're gonna have to spend money. Let's continue. Number 4, oh, you only have to do social media. Nonsense. Even if you have a social media more focused type of approach, which I understand, you can do home tours, and my brand has done a lot for me on the retail side of business and recruiting and real estate, but also the online stuff that I do as well. But I never just relied on social media. If you don't have the systems, if you don't have the skill set, the know-how, the savvy on the other end of the traditional business principles and things that you need, you will fail miserably. You will fail miserably. Stop chasing clout and numbers and followers and views and all that. That's not what it is. If you only want to grow through social media as a mask because you're scared to talk to people and you don't want to learn sales and you claim that it's not you, which is basically just an insecurity, right? Like you don't know or you're scared. That's fine. But raise your hand and get the help that you need, because in order for you to succeed in 2025 and move forward, if you really want to succeed and be that top 1% or 2% that's actually selling houses, you're going to have to master both. You're going to have to master the old school and the new school. How do I know this? Well, what are we doing right now? People are running towards the magic bullet, the shiny objects right now. They're trying to only do social media and brag about it. And look at the statistics. The stats don't lie. Realtors are failing at an alarming rate, and it's going up. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. But look at all the new age stuff that's being pushed to people. I mean, it's not a surprise. I'll talk to realtors who have been in the business 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and their sales skills are garbage because they tell me, oh, I'm doing this and I'm watching YouTube and making TikToks. It's like, you're not gonna get busy in real estate and do well sitting at home in your flip-flops. The real world is out there. That's where the results are. You gotta be talking to people in real time, not just standing behind a camera shooting content, thinking you're gonna go viral and get business. That's not the way it works, okay? Let's continue. Here's another myth or lie, is if you're newer or you're not established yet, you have to start working with buyers before you start going after listings. And you could be day 1 watching this. You could be getting your license watching this, or a year in or 2 years in watching this or more. You can start working with listings whenever you want. That's what I focus on. For my team, my coaching, my training, it's I turn you into a robust listing agent. Why? Because let's look at it this way. Listings give you more time. You can do more business as a listing agent, and gives you more freedom, and it gives you a sustainable business model. If you're chasing buyers all the time, you're limited. How about you get a listing-based business which produces more listings and more buyers, then eventually we can help you grow your team and you can have buyer's agents to help you with the buyers, right? Again, if you want to scale and build a big real estate business, it's listing based. Let's look at the percentages of realtors who are selling a lot of homes. I guarantee you the lion's share of them, 80, 90%, are listing agents, not buyer's agents. Maybe even more, right? Maybe even a higher percentage overall. So you don't have to start with buyers. Again, let's take a look at it logically. Working with buyers, how is that going to prepare you for listings? It's different. You got to prospect and have a skill set and present and close for listings. You don't have to do that for buyers. Okay, let's continue. Here's the last one I want to cover in this video. You're going to get rich quick. God, I've been telling people for 11 years. I did $123,000 in gross commission my first year on a 50-50 split. So I walked away with less than half. I worked my ass off. And most people to this day will never replicate the type of effort that I put in as a solo agent my first 2 or 3 years. And I don't say that to brag, it's just a reality. How many of you are going to make 50 contacts a day, 6, 7 days a week? That's 4, 5, 6 hours of prospecting every day. Most people just aren't going to do that. Okay? That's how hardcore I was those first couple years. And that's why I think showing that online, 10, 11 years ago is really what started helping me grow my brand initially, right? But even if we say, well, you did that in a year, I worked my ass off. That wasn't getting rich quick. That was a lot of work and dedication. Go back and watch those videos. Most people aren't willing to do that, but if you come in expecting to get rich quick, even if you have 1 or 2 quick deals, you're not rich yet. You've done 1 or 2 deals. Chill. You need to build this business for short-term success and long-term success, which is another thing I specialize in teaching people and helping them build. You'll get now business, and then you'll set yourself up for the future to grow predictably and duplicate your results. If you're just chasing the next lead or dollar, you will chase forever, and you'll be miserable and you'll be broke. Remember, this is a business. We need to treat it as such and run it as such. When you do it right, and again, believe me, I've made all the mistakes. When you do it right, it becomes a lot more fulfilling. You start to see results, you smile more, you have more fun, and now this really becomes a true sustainable career for you, and you don't become a statistic, okay? So this is some of the lies and myths that people still believe when it comes to real estate. As always, all the free resources that I normally offer and talk about, you can always comment free, and I'll send you some. They are also listed in the description. Anything I can do personally to help you, let me know. I have coaching, training, all that stuff. You can go to my website, set up a call if you're confused or you want to talk more. Anything else that you guys may need, let me know. I'm on all socials still. If you originally followed me years ago, like on Facebook and Instagram, those profiles were deleted. You got to find me again and follow me. Otherwise, I'll be completely off your feed because all my original accounts on all social media platforms were deleted years ago and I was kicked off. So all the stuff I have now is new. So make sure you find me there. All right, leave a thumbs up, leave me a comment. We'll see you. Peace.